Hi, I'm Tracy from the waterfront Hy-Vee here in Iowa City, and what we're gonna be featuring here today is a grill master. We call it our Grill Master Sirloin. It's a sirloin steak, very lean, very tasty, and go ahead and get started. What I like to do, first get a little bit of oil on the plate, and we have a nice indoor grill. You want to go ahead and use on your outdoor grill. Make sure you have nice hot temperature, and I'm just going to go ahead and wipe the grill down with a little bit of oil. It's going to help the steak from sticking. And with that same amount of oil, I'm just going to go ahead and lightly coat the steak on both sides with the oil. There's two reasons for this. One, to go ahead and help the seasoning stick, and it goes ahead and helps from it sticking on the grill itself. Here we have a Montreal steak seasoning. I like to use on all different cuts of meat. Depending on your likes and dislikes, you can go ahead and use Creole seasoning. Works the same. And if you don't like this much seasoning, just don't put as much on. So we get that all on there. We're going to take the steak, we're going to set it at an angle on the hottest part of the grill. And the biggest mistake that's usually made when you're grilling steaks is you get impatient and you want to turn it around. So we're going to come back in a couple of minutes and I'll show you what you're looking for as far as the caramelization on the steak itself. Now that we're back looking at the steak, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes on the grill here. And when you're turning your steak, it should come off nice and easy. If it's sticking, you need to let it cook a little bit more because the sugars haven't caramelized in the meat itself. So you can see this one comes straight off. You see the marks on the side there. I had it setting here. You want to go on a 45-degree angle on the other side, and then you let this cook for about another minute to 2 minutes so you get the nice diamond marks on your steak. What you're getting on this steak right here, you're getting a nice sear, and what you want on any steak is you want to caramelize the outside so you get that crispy, charred flavor, but you don't want it burnt. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the steak over. You see we have this is more seared than it is really marked, depending on how hot your grill is. But you see the nice char that you have on the outside of your steak, and that's kind of what you're looking for. That's where your flavor is going to be on the steak itself. Okay, so everybody asks me, how long do you cook a steak? My best answer to that is you cook it till it's done. Okay, how do you know when it's done? And I'll go back to it's when it's cooked. It's all pending on what your liking is. Some people like it rare, medium, well done, medium well, whichever temperature it is. My favorite, the best way that I've found to go ahead and show people what rare is, you have to poke the steak. This steak right now is rare to medium rare. The way I know that from cooking a lot of steaks, but the best way to learn that is to go ahead and take your thumb muscle here. When it's not flexed, just sitting, and you touch it, and that's going to be rare. You tighten it up a little bit, that's going to be more cooked, which will be medium rare. Tighten it up a little bit more, medium. And as you go farther and you get as tight as you can, when you touch it, that's going to be a well done steak. That's the best way for me to explain people. So you're touching it, feel your steak. You feel over here where it's a little bit thinner, that's tight, that's well done. So here I got about a medium rare. So that's what you're looking for. You always see cooks that are working a grill touching their steaks. That's how they tell. They don't have a thermometer out poking the steak and going ahead and letting the protein out, which dries the steak out anyways. So we have a nice little grill mark on that side. I'm going to take it, I'm going to flip it over. You can see what I'm doing. This part's a little bit thinner, so I'm just going ahead and getting that off the grill so it doesn't cook as much. The other misnomer about steaks is you take it right off the grill and eat it. You're going to find your steak to be very dry, and your plate's going to be filled with all the protein from the steak. It's not really blood, it's protein. So what you want to do after you cook your steak to the proper temperature, our photographer likes it medium rare, so it's right about rare to medium rare right now. So we're going to go ahead and take it off. But I'm going to let this steak sit for at least 3 to 4 minutes before he cuts into it and has his lunch here. The reason being, the steak when you cook it, it goes ahead and contracts together. Gets very, very nervous, as someone explained it to me. When you pull it back off the grill, it's not nervous anymore, so it relaxes, and all the juices and the proteins are going to flow back through the meat, and the meat's going to be a lot juicier. When if you cut it right away, all that protein is going to come out of the steak And then the first bite, you might have a lot of juice in it, but the second, third bite, it's all going to be on the plate, and you want to keep that in the steak itself. So let it sit for at least 2 to 3 minutes before you go ahead and cut into it. And that's our Grill Master Sirloin that we serve here at Waterfront Hy-Vee. I hope you enjoy.